guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Ashley. If it's your first time here, go ahead and subscribe, hit the post notification bell so you know every time I upload. I know I'm a little bit late on this, you guys. I was on vacation in Turks and Caicos, so I do apologize, but I thank you guys so much for coming back. I love when you guys comment and like this video, and let's keep it going. So, and I'm gonna sit here and do my makeup as I talk to you guys because I have to take a picture of Instagram. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay. The Hills New Beginnings, episode 5. The episode begins with Audrina and Misha. I'm gonna have my notebook over here. At the beach, and they're doing some meditation. Okay. Audrina, yeah, I will be referring to my notes over there. So yeah. Audrina said that Justin Bobby is turning into someone who she doesn't even know. To me, that was like ding, ding, ding. Like, hello, right? Of course he is, because he wants nothing to do with you, Audrina. Yeah, I'm sorry to say it, but it's been blatantly obvious that Justin Bobby wants nothing to do with Audrina. So, Misha doesn't think that Joey is helpful to the situation. So, Joey was the friend in the episode prior that was at the club, and she was like, you know, she doesn't trust Stephanie, she doesn't trust Justin Bobby, she thinks they're hooking up. And Frankie was like, you know, is that speculation, or do you have evidence as to why you think they're hooking up? For me, I didn't need the evidence. Like, it felt like they were hooking up. I like Joey because a lot of people won't stand up and say something that needs to be said, no matter how uncomfortable it is. And I think that Joey is a really good friend for putting it out there. You know what I mean? She might be a Scorpio. Yeah, so following that, Heidi and Spencer went to dinner with Spencer's mom, and they talked about the crystal party that they had. It was a success. Even though Spencer and Brody got into it, it was a success because they put $80,000 into the party, and they've been having really awesome sales. So that shows you that I like this. I do like this this show, because it's also showing you that you know, you can be an independent, you can be a boss, and you can go into business for yourself. And as long as you put the energy into it, the effort into it, you might need an investor if you don't have funds or whatnot, or you may have to make some serious sacrifices, but you can have anything you want. And I'm just glad that, you know, I enjoy seeing that from this episode, not just drama. So Spencer opens up about how his actions may be affecting his sister and their relationship. So I thought that was really awesome. It was surprising to hear that from Spencer. And now if him and Brody can just come to that realization, which I don't know if they will, if they can have that dialogue, that would be awesome as well. But again, it's different when you're dealing with a family member than just a friend sometimes. So Stephanie, Misha, and Ashley go to dinner. This is where I found out that Misha and Stephanie have been friends for a long time, actually. And Misha is in a tough position where she's trying to be a friend to Audrina and also to Stephanie. But the longevity goes to Stephanie. But it does seem like Misha's still trying to be a good friend to both ladies, which is really hard. But when it's dealing with me, you got to make a choice. Like, either you're going to tell me you're going to side with the other person, or you're going to side with me. But ultimately with me, you can't do both, because I don't believe that it's ever going to be that cut and dry, because I'm going to feel away, and that's just me. Now, the ladies are talking about who's going to Brody's DJing event in Vegas and who is not, and why. Ashley discloses that she and, what's the boy name? Jacob? Hold up. Is the boy named Jacob? Jason. Sorry. Ashley discloses that Jason and her, will not be attending this event because they have a charity event to attend, and it's to do with Jason's sobriety. So Jason succumbed to, an addiction. I'm not sure what addiction he had, but he also had a gambling problem. So Vegas is just out of the question for the two of them this time. Stephanie then discloses that Brody was never a good friend to Spencer. So basically, coming up, Spencer's dad was more so a second dad to Brody. And Brody wanted to do everything like Spencer, dress like Spencer. But in return, I guess when Spencer and Heidi went through their problems and everything like that, I guess Brody wasn't really around, which is how you can tell who's a friend and who's not, people. Brandon Lee, so that's Tommy Lee and Pamela Lee Anderson's son. He is doing well, and he's on his way to a very important acting gig in Atlanta. So Brandon tells us that this is his really first big role, and he doesn't want to sabotage it in any way, which is really good to hear, especially from a young person. And so he is packing for this, and he also will not be attending Brody's DJing event. Y'all, I am so sorry. I done started doing my makeup without y'all, and I forgot to come back on camera. I was up here listening to the Armand Wiggins commentary on Tokyo Tony. Let me say, I love Armand Wiggins. His energy, his voice is so cool. I wish I could be on his show one day. Armand, if you ever watch this, I want to be on your show. Okay, guys, so let's continue. Heidi and Spencer are not going to Brody's show, obviously, because Brody and Spencer are not getting along right now. And Heidi and Spencer are going to go support Jason, their real friend who supported them when they were having hard times. That's who they would rather spend their time with. They're all about this natural good energy, and that's all they had time for. Oh, Justin, Stephanie, and Frankie arrive in Vegas together in a car. After that scene, like really quick, Frankie gets a phone. No, Frankie checks his phone, and there is a huge fire in Malibu tearing through homes, and Caitlin and Brody decided that Caitlin would go on to get to safety and Brody would stay behind and try to keep the fire at bay because he wants to protect his mother's home. Brody. So then the scene shifts to Audrina and Misha. They arrive in Vegas, and Audrina finds that Stephanie and Justin are together, and she's like, you know what, this is getting weird. And it's like, okay, finally the bell went off. You're seeing that this is not normal, right, Audrina? Right? Stephanie at the dinner table, she's like, I don't really care about that fire, and we need to focus on, let's see what lashes I want to put on. I'm going to put these lashes on. These are lashes by Chelsea, somebody that I met on Twitter. Really, really cute lashes. You guys check her out. I really enjoyed the packaging, and I did post on my story about these, but yeah, check her out, you guys. I'll leave her Instagram in the description, because or I'll leave the website in the description, either or, I'm not sure. But Stephanie's like, I really don't care about the fire. Like, we came to enjoy Brody. Brody can't be here, so we still need to enjoy ourselves and not sit here and keep talking about this fire. And I found that extremely insensitive, and it just made me dislike Stephanie even more. Like, I understand that there's nothing that anybody can do about the fire right now, but yeah. And I also understand the fact that you guys are in Vegas, but you know, if people want to sit around and talk about the fire, and then they should be able to do that. Ultimately, Brody is the one out there fighting it and risking his life, and you call yourself a friend? Like, this girl is disgusting. I can't stand her. Really, truly. And you know what's funny is I didn't like Stephanie before, but this season I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt or whatever, and like, I still don't like her. She's grimy, she's shiesty. At first I was rocking with her because I was like, oh, they're being mean to her, but no, you're still the same girl and you act like a bitch. So I don't fool with you, Stephanie. But if you don't care about a fire, I'm certain you don't care about that. Anyway, so Frankie tells Stephanie and Justin what Joey thinks of their relationship. I think Audrina and Misha had went off to get dressed while they were talking about this, but yeah, Frankie tells them, like, look, you guys, Joey thinks that you guys are hooking up, and I'm sure that's what she's telling Audrina, and then when we come around, y'all booed up. So it's not helping things. Justin, we know you like to play the field, and you'll take whatever you can get, freaking Pisces. But in the end, it's not fair to Audrina because you haven't been outright with her in telling her if you're going, are you trying to pursue something with her or not. But he'll say things when the cameras are not on him and her, like, together. He'll say it in confessional. He'll make little comments, little shady comments that he would not say in front of her face about her. And I'm like, damn, you're not even a good friend. Like, if she knew and saw everything he was saying behind her back, that girl would be sick. Sick. So they claim that they're just friends and this shouldn't even matter, and like, they were legit appalled that Frankie was even saying something like that. And then Stephanie blamed Audrina. Stephanie was like, well, I blame Audrina because if it wasn't for Audrina putting that out there into the universe, then Becky Sue wouldn't even realize that's what was going on. And I'm like, what? Girl. So then she plans to confront Audrina, child. Oh my gosh, I still don't even have on my foundation. Let me start doing my foundation while my lashes is drying. Jason is a recovering addict, and he's at the Dr. Drew charity event. Oh shoot, oh my gosh. Dr. Drew is fine to me. Darren, don't get mad. But I always thought this man was fine. You better not get mad. Shoot, the way I be seeing you looking at people butts all day. I don't care if he looks at butts. I look at butts too. Heidi and Spencer show up to the charity event. They greet or whatever. Jason talks a little bit about how he's had suicidal thoughts. The addiction and the gambling was all too much. When Heidi and Spencer were at a low point in their lives, Jason was there. And that's why, you know, they kind of support one another. And then they start talking about alcoholism. Next scene, we have Justin, and he's basically saying he enjoys being around both Stephanie and Audrina, and he's not thinking with his zick. He said he was thinking with his head, and that's why he's not kissing or sleeping with either one of them. Justin be lying. Like, he legit just gave Audrina a kiss, and even if it didn't mean anything for him, like, he knows what will trigger Audrina, put it like that. He knows what to do. He knows her quirks. He knows everything about her. And that's the most dangerous thing, is when a man knows how you tick, what makes you tick, what makes you, like, yes, it's good for your man to know what your quirks are and what makes you tick. But if you don't leave anything as a mystery for that man, that's going to be a very dangerous weapon for him if he's a shady individual like Justin is. So, or selfish. I don't even know if I want to call it shady, because it's not like he's always bad, but he's very selfish. And I knew a Pisces just like him, you guys. And I do have a story time up about his ass. Now, Audrina ends up calling Stephanie a Their little argument is so funny. It's like, you're actually a bitch. No, actually, I think you're a bitch. And I'm like, okay. Stephanie says she is not hooking up with Justin, and I do not believe her ass for 1 second. There's no way you're not hooking up with Justin. What reason do you have not to hook up with Justin? When you got mad at the store, you got mad at the store because Justin told you he did not kiss Audrina. Why did you ask that? Like, I'm so confused. Like, somebody is in denial and somebody's trying to play narcissist, and it's really starting to piss me off. And I feel very offended about it as well. And yes, I usually use tweezers to put on my lashes. Oh gosh, come on. I've been low before. Yeah, you know I've been low before. You guys, I literally hate putting on my lashes with my fingers, but it was easy. Justin has like a little moment in the confessional, and he's like, I'm not even going to address this situation because it's so catty. Like, bruh, he is the ultimate narcissist, and I really wanted to slap the piss out of him. Like, he was just sitting there like nothing was going on. Like, these two women are not fighting over you, you know, about to lose their friendship over you. Like, I'm like, bruh, if you really wasn't sleeping with Stephanie, you would have been appalled. You would have been like, excuse me? And you also wouldn't be letting Audrina think that y'all are talking if y'all are not. Just because you want to leave the door open, you know, saying just in case somebody want to let you in. And that's exactly how Pisces men are. I'm not going to say all, but Pisces men in general, like, they love they love to fuck, and they want to all the time, and they are very sensual. They will like go out of their way to please you in the bedroom. Whole time you are not their girlfriend. Whole time they probably got 3 or 4 girlfriends. Yes. Yeah, so Justin was like, I do not want to entertain anything like this. This is so beneath me. I am not entertaining this. Our friend's house is about to catch on fire. This is what y'all want to talk about. Brody would not respect this. Like, deflection on 27.9. I was like, girl, if I was sitting at that table, homeboy, I would have two-pieced him. Like, this is what we're not going to do, sir. This is not what we are doing. Over here making me think I'm crazy. Nah. But back then, and don't you know, they ended up squashing it all. They just ended up talking about something else and acting like they wasn't even arguing. And then they ended up going down there to the club. Audrina all dancing on Justin, twerking, carrying on. Like, that's her man for the night. Girl, see, this is what you should have did, Audrina. Let me get you together real quick, girl. What you should have did was found you something in there. Something fine now. Fine. Even if you could have found one that looked like Justin Bobby, but like 10 times better. I know it was going to be hard because he is fine as hell, but you should have found one finer than Justin Bobby and been all up on him. Had him buying you drinks all night, because I know Justin Bobby ain't buying nobody a drink. And that's what you should have did. That's how you should have carried it. You just so quickly run right back to Justin Bobby. And it's so pathetic. Like, and I'm telling you that with love, because I fool with you. It's pathetic, boo. And when you're dealing with a man that can read emotions very, very well, i.e. a Pisces, you will lose when you succumb to them every single time. When you leave no mystery, when you leave open-ended question, like, you cannot do that with no damn Pisces, man. You gotta really be 10 steps ahead with them, and everything they do, you gotta question it, because they're full of shit. Moving right along. Like, if you really feel like that's the best you can get, then you don't think much. You do not think much, because you're not even getting anything. Like, damn. At least get something for your pain and suffering. My goodness. And D ain't it. Y'all gotta really stop taking D as payment for something. I mean, I understand if it's good. That's why if you really absolutely have to do it, if it's good, use that one as your D and nothing else. But the dude that you're trying to take serious, and he trying to play with you, don't sleep with him like that. You can't. You lose every time when you do that. And the last scene, Justin decides to leave with Stephanie, and that is that. I can't wait to talk to you guys in the next episode. And if you enjoyed the commentary, please give me a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and share this video. Until next time, guys. See you later. Guys, make sure you let me know who you are team of. Team Audrina, team Justin, team Stephanie. Let me know who's right, who's wrong. Do you think Audrina's an idiot? I really just feel like, Audrina, you need to just take your stuff and go. Okay? Take yourself, your pretty little self, out of this equation, because Justin Bobby could give two shits about you. Justin Bobby likes the thought of you two women wanting him and him wanting both of you. And that's it. He doesn't really care about you. He doesn't really care about Stephanie. I think that you need to let go of this, because this can be very toxic for you and you're losing sight of reality. Okay? So, please and thank you, leave Justin Bobby alone. I hope I did not have lipstick on the whole time.